Deep down inside, you want to be seen, you want to be heard, and you want to be respected. But your fear of being seen is holding you back. Your fear of being seen is something that's keeping you invisible. And the longer that you allow yourself to be in that current state of mind, where you may be scared of what people say, where you may not be willing to take that risk, the longer you'll be in a position where you may not acquire the success that you want in your life. Each and everything that you truly desire out of life, the success, the wealth, or just pure happiness in general, is on the other side of you having to be seen. You putting yourself in a position to be out there, doing the things that make you feel uncomfortable. Because if I don't know nothing else, then I know that one thing that put me in a position to grow tremendously in my life personally was just finally easing up the gas and just allowing life to be exactly what it was. Not trying to prevent or skip over the steps that I needed to go through or the process in order to grow and expand. And one of those steps consisted of me being seen, consisted of me getting out of my comfort zone and doing what was necessary to be in a position that I needed to be in. Just take the time today to think about how many people hide their gifts, their thoughts, because being visible feels vulnerable. When you're visible and the world sees you for who you are, you may feel exposed. But the mental shift that needs to occur in positions like this is the fact that maybe it's okay to be seen, maybe it's okay to be vulnerable for a little bit. Ask yourself, what is the worst possible thing that can happen if I put myself to be out there as exposed and the world sees me for who I am? What are they possibly gonna say? This person's a human being? Because that's all you are. Whether it's flaws that you're showing or other things. People can only judge you so much before they have to look at themselves in the mirror at the end of the night and realize that they're just like you. They came into this world the same way that you did, and they are probably going to leave the exact same way. So with that being said, who are they to judge? And this was one of my biggest challenges growing up, because I used to always be worried about how people viewed me. I used to care so much about my overall image until I simply realized that whether you're doing the right or wrong thing, people are always going to have something to say. Not everybody is going to like you. Not everybody is going to care about what you're doing. And ultimately, some people are so focused on what they have going on in their lives that they can simply care less. And you may be in a position right now where you think that you fear failure, but it's not that you fear failure, you just fear judgment. You care about your overall image too much. Some of the most successful people that you see in this world today, names were slandered, they may have been judged, they may have been bashed, and you know what they did? They kept going because they have to. Life really does go on. And the narrative of each and every last one of our lives can always be rewritten. So even in moments where you may be looked at a certain way, where people may not like you, a month or a year from now, that can all change. And that's really the beauty in life, because it doesn't matter at what stage that you're at right now. It doesn't matter how low you can feel. It doesn't matter what you're going through. It is not going to be like that forever. There's so much beauty in the struggle. There's so much beauty in feeling small and then being able to break out of that shell that you may be in and fully expand and allowing the world to see you for who you truly are. Somebody that's brave, somebody that's courageous, ambitious, and willing to get out there and take that risk and bet on themselves. When all odds are against them, I was that person, and you can be that exact same way, because the only person that's holding you back is you. It's not your mom, it's not your current environment, it's not none of those things, because those things only have an impact on you because you're allowing them to. There's people that have it way worse than you and I, but still made something happen. So why can't you? Accountability is something that is so huge in this life, and if you cannot take accountability, then you will always be stuck and feel like you're missing out on something. And we know that it's safer to stay low key or unrecognized. And a lot of people feel like this because they're in that potential stage where they're not being validated by their peers yet, or when the world doesn't necessarily believe in them. But nobody is going to believe until you put in the work to actually prove yourself. This is when everybody will start rooting for you. Not while you're building, not while you're working. Support will be at a bare minimum when you're actually working towards where you want to be. And you know what this does to you is it adds to your overall character development, because you realize how lonely the journey is. You realize how lonely it is up until you get to that point where you actually make it. You are going to feel invisible and unfulfilled. This isn't something that you should shy away from, because we all feel it. Each and every last person that's ever taken a risk for their life, I guarantee they had moments where they felt lonely, where they felt like nobody was there, where they felt like they was in pain and they wanted to cry. because it happens. And the part that tricks so many people out of their position is they act and feel as if they're the only one that's went through something. When there's billions and billions of people on this earth, remind yourself that you are not the only one feeling this way. This will make it a lot easier for you to be able to get up and stand tall and firm on the things that you believe and keep moving forward. Don't play the victim. We have to completely eliminate that victim mindset and hold ourselves accountable, because whether you like it or not, time is consistently moving forward. You are not going to be able to get today back when it's over with. So just keeping that in mind should just tell you how thankful you should be for this very moment and not to take it for granted. And what I've seen so many people do is dim their light, dim who they truly are, because they didn't want the spotlight. They didn't want all the attention on them. But I'm here to let you know today that if that's something that you're attracting, we have to stop viewing it as a negative. If every time that you be yourself, people are flocking towards you, they want to look or they want to talk about you, we have to start appreciating this for exactly what it is. You're somebody that deserves eyes and attention, and it's that simple. Now, I know as a kid or when you're younger, or maybe if you're just somebody who's an introvert, it may be something that you don't look at as a positive, but it's definitely so much good in being able to keep people's eyes on you. But then you have these thoughts and then you wonder why you feel invisible or unfulfilled. And it's because you're not allowing yourself to be put out there. You're not allowing yourself to do the things that are necessary in order to feel fulfilled, like getting out of your comfort zone, like allowing your light to shine a little bit so that the people that naturally flock towards you can actually help you build and grow. And the key is, you weren't born to be hidden. You were just taught to associate visibility with pain. And in a sense, it's slightly true, but pain is going to come with time and anything that you could possibly go through in life. Hardships, things that you really just can't avoid. So why not embrace it? Why not put yourself in a position to actually be ready and prepared for the things to come, rather than trying to avoid it? It's okay to feel pain. It's okay to go through certain things and may not feel like you may not get the reward that you want to get. That is not the issue. The issue is shying away from it. You cannot hide yourself any longer. Anything that you want to do, you need to get up and you need to get it done. But the more that you grow, the more you'll be okay with being seen and uncomfortable. This just comes with life. Think about anything that you may have ever done that felt uncomfortable at first, and I guarantee the moment that you did it, it was like a sigh of relief. You felt totally different after. The only thing that I can think of is when you get on a roller coaster for the first time, something that you may be scared of. I've never been on a roller coaster before. Oh my gosh, let me get on it. And then afterwards, you feel relieved, you feel good because you did something that made you feel uncomfortable in that very moment and you conquered a fear. Life is going to be full of fears. You just have to go out and conquer them. This is how people become successful, taking risks, learning things about themselves that they never would have thought of or even thought of doing until they put themselves in a position to just try, or to just ease off the gas a little bit, stop being so shy, stop being so introverted, and do the things that they've been feeling like they're capable of doing all along. There are so many talented people out here that are just shy, that are scared about how the world would view them if they shown their true side. And that's just so crazy to me, because if you're a person that's in a position like this where you have some sort of talent, or you have something that you want to show the world, or even something that you want to go do and conquer, you have to gain the courage to go do those things, because at some point it is going to be too late. I want you to understand that. The world is constantly changing and evolving, and you just never know. So why blow and miss your shot when you have all the resources that you may need? You have a phone, and that's pretty much what you need to do almost anything these days, so you can start. Don't worry about the end goal. Don't worry about how you're going to do A, B, and C. Just worry about this very moment and what you're going to do to get things going. That's it. And then do it. This form of visibility will always feel risky, but so is hiding your truth for a lifetime. And I don't know about y'all, but I'd rather go through the risk of being visible than being invisible for the rest of my life. For the world not seeing me for who I truly was. For me not having a sense of courage to go out and take that risk, and being scared and wanting to stay in the shallow waters when there's a whole deep end to explore. There is so much more to life than what your comfort zone is allowing you to endure. But the moment that you get off that leash, the moment that you just do it, I guarantee your entire life will change. And last but not least, I want you to know that confidence is not built in silence. Confidence isn't built in your comfort zone. It's built in being seen. and staying grounded anyway. Staying grounded through the hard times. Staying grounded when nobody may believe in you, but you just have a vision and you're able to see it through. That's where confidence is built in. Being able to fail and keep going. Being able to persist through those hard times and not giving up on yourself when things are not working in your favor at that very moment. And that's the key word, because it's at that very moment only. Things will not always be that way. You just have to see it through. But if you made it to the end of the video, I just want to say thank you so much. It's your boy Blue Jay Tay. Drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.